Hello, fringers. The following podcast may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Look alive, fringers.
It's 2099 and we are live and loud in the underground. From the streets to the scar. Keep your chip hidden, your gun loaded, and never trade your soul for souls.
Turn it up and let them know.
Big Brother is watching. Time to put on a show.
Hello, fringers! We're back! Howdy, Hadleys and citizens. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of Neon Trails, an Identico actual play. I am your game runner, the Caleb G. Before we get into things, please remember, check your voter registration status, super duper crucial. It is such a thrill to be back in the studio with this amazing cast. I missed you all so much. I am stoked to see what we get up to this time around. Season 1 was a wild ride, and we are raring to jump back into things and see what happens next out in the wastes with our fantastic crew. We've got a lot ahead of us, so let's say hello to our cast, those knuckleheads who almost gave us a heart attack with the tunnel. First up, people in this town drive in a very counterintuitive manner. It's Mallo playing Sam.
Yes. And you are describing my town currently, especially as we just talked about it in the pre-show. So, hi everybody, welcome in. People drive crazy out here.
Next up, she had to dismember that guy with a trowel. What have you been up to? It's Wild playing B.
What's that saying? Soylent Green is people? Something. Trowel. People. Garden. Hey, guys.
And he is drawing a line in the fucking sand. Do not read the Latin. It's Pete playing dog.
It's the Sussy Baka Daka showstopper. Ready to go, roll some dice and fail. I didn't have anything after that.
All we need is
I know
your,
you missed it.
All we need is your beautiful, handsome face, sir. Next up, your basic human needs discussed her. It's Lauren playing Drall.
They do, though. Hi! I missed you guys. Oh, I'm just mostly overwhelmed with being excited. So.
And he's sorry he let you get attacked by a werewolf and then ended the world. It's Ethan playing Mox.
I do genuinely feel terrible about it, for what it's worth.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Heartfelt sentiment.
It's all that.
Now for some housekeeping. Identico is live every other Tuesday on twitch.tv/Identico with episodes of Neon Trails at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Episode archives and other content, including Finding Solace, which is kind of important to what we're doing right now, is available over at youtube.com/Identico. Please like, subscribe, and leave us some comments. I already said the thing I was going to say. I can skip that part of what I wrote. Follow us on all of the socials. Look for us at Identico and at Humanoid Games at whatever social media platform you happen to be using. Visit playidentico.com where you can read the basic core rules for free, find the newest module, The Dark and the Divine, and pick up books, stickers, and other merch to help support the show. Since it is October and it is spooky season, don't forget about the cyber horror module, The Good Doctor. It's real spooky. If you are live with us on Twitch right now, please be sure to spend those channel points and give us some rerolls. Probably don't need them tonight, but you never know what's gonna happen. Also, please do not forget to check out our show sponsor, More Eggs Dice, for your super slick resin dice needs, and check out show sponsor Rainbow Dragon Prints for all your 3D printing goodies, including fancy dice accessories, fun fidgets, and all kinds of other stuff. Mallo is there anything else to share before we get started tonight?
If you are a fan of the show, you are obviously watching along live, aren't you? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But if you're not, and you are out there in YouTube land or in podcast land, and you would like a soundtrack to go with Neon Trails, you can go to identico.bandcamp.com, where I wrote an entire 13-track album that goes along with Season 1. And spoiler alert, there's more to come for Volume 2. So go check it out. All the proceeds for the sales of any of that stuff go to pay our amazing artists, writers, and contributors to all this stuff. So please help us help support other artists out there. I only ask for a couple of dollars for the thing. You can stream it for free a couple of times, so, try before you buy and all that kind of stuff. But we're on an independent platform because we're an independent group, and we want to support other independent artists because corporations suck balls.
Thank you for that. Very proud of you for putting that together. Great job. With all of that being said, let's get down to business tonight. We are going to kick things off and pick things up right where we left off a season ago with Drall. You were in your apartment. There was a knock on your door, and a woman you have never seen before just asked you a question.
Hello. You must be Drall. I'm looking for my husband, Galen. Galen Grey?
And Drall is immediately, her eyes get really wide and her jaw drops. She clasps her hands to her chest. Do you want to come in? I can help there.
Yeah, that would be lovely, actually. Thank you. Elijah, come. And not too short, not too tall, 10-year-old boy. He's very scrawny, with dark brown hair. Kind of sidles in with Sam.
He is wearing a seemingly like a hard shell, almost neon blue backpack. He's carrying a glow, and he kind of anxiously is fiddling with it, like kind of not flipping it like a coin through his fingers, but he's like rubbing the back of it, kind of fiddling it with it. Drall, you have seen that look that a newcomer to Solace has. You can see that is just like completely overwhelmed this poor kid right now. And he comes in after this woman, and the two of them stand there. He kind of shuffles back a little bit, but he never goes like further than arm's reach away from Sam.
As she had stepped to the side and a child stood before Drall, her voice catches in her throat as she keeps herself from gasping out loud. She immediately puts her hand over her eyes and her hood up to her head, turns and faces the wall to collect herself, and then turns to attempt to be a gracious host. Hi. Well, welcome. Can I get you any tea or maybe some tequila?
That would be lovely, actually. Yes, it was a very long drive to get here. It is literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's supposed to keep it safe. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, bud. And she's gonna go over to her sink as she puts her hands on the counter with her back facing the two of them, and you can see as her shoulders slink and her neck gets even lower than her shoulders. She takes a big deep breath as she puts the kettle on. and turns, bracing herself against the counter. So, you're looking for Galen?
Yes, he sent me the coordinates for out here. Not too long ago. We had to pack up a couple of things, and then we were coming out to meet him.
That's wonderful. And she's going to take the tequila bottle from behind her and pour a small shot and pass it to you.
She'll take it, and she goes, "Dvuskovaj."
Galen is a good friend of mine. And she wrings her hands and hangs her head. I'm sorry that he's not here anymore.
He left, or?
No. And she looks at your son and then looks at you. He's not here anymore.
Oh.
And she pours you another shot.
She will kind of bend down a little bit and put her arm around Elijah and just kind of look at him and go, "It's a bit okay. Why don't you go sit over there for a little bit? I'm going to talk with your father's friend here and figure out what is going on."
Here,
take my glow.
Elijah has been through a lot over the past day. And he's a very smart kid. He is picking up on the vibes of the situation and what's being said, and he can't really form words. Like, you can see his mouth moving, you can see his eyes like getting a little bit bigger as he's kind of internalizing what's being said. And there's a moment where he doesn't want to move away from you, which is a really stark contrast to how he was acting this morning and how he's been acting over the past few weeks at school. And he kind of does that thing where he kind of is stuck between two different movements. He's like moving towards you a little bit, and then he moves away, and then he moves back, and then he moves away. Like, he's just kind of cursed by this indecision for the moment. But he swallows hard and nods and moves to a little chair off to the side and sits. And you can hear him like taking those big calming breaths of trying to keep things in check.
So Sam will turn back to you and a little more quietly and a little bit more suspectly just kind of go, "I really hope you're pulling my leg right now, but it seems like you're not. So give it to me as straight as this tequila."
When you question, "Hope you're pulling my leg," she bites her lip and she shakes her head hard, and reaches for her glow. She pulls up the gallery from the beginning of their adventures. We were in over our heads. She just starts scanning through the gallery. You'll see clips of the videos that she recorded, more and more images of what they've weathered, and up until Grenade Con 2024. And she's going to scan as quickly as she can. We did everything we could. We didn't know But he saved us.
He died doing what he's always done. Protecting
Being-
people he cares about.
For being a shithead. And she can't control her emotions any longer, and she begins to cry, and her hands begin to shake, and she reaches for your wrist and looks you right in the face. He showed me what family was. He showed me what friendship was. And I'm angry he's not here for you. And she points towards the boy. And he's not there for him.
She will pull you in as you're doing this and just... She's got very broad shoulders. And you can feel both an emotional and a physical hardened exterior to her. And she just kind of holds you there. And you're fairly certain through your own crying and emotions that you can hear still her heart beating faster. And you can hear that telltale kind of hiccup in the breath of somebody who's trying not to uncontrollably cry. Trying to keep it together.
As this is happening, you also hear some very soft sobs coming from Elijah where he is sitting.
She'll take the other hand and she kind of does the old world mother kind of thing and brings
He comes
him
over.
Yeah.
He does.
She just kind of holds him at her hip, you know, where he kind of comes up to a little bit and just kind of keeps the arm around him for a while.
Drall extends her arm, not knowing but loving him anyway, pulling him as tight to us both as she possibly can, not even processing the kettle hissing in the background.
As this scene plays out, I can picture the hissing kettle, the steam coming from that, maybe wafting up to the ceiling. An errant gust of wind catches it and pulls it out the window, and the camera's going to follow that for a moment to give these grieving people some alone time. Solace is continuing as it was. A city like this, as much as it is focused on its community, it doesn't always have time for these moments of sorrow. And Solace also just went through a pretty traumatic event, and a lot of it has already been rebuilt, but there is more to be done. And the city that is normally very full of vibrant life of merchants and sellers and buyers and travelers is a little bit more hectic right now with construction crews and people running new wires and fiber optics and communication devices. Some people are controlling drone crews, and there are some rover crews that are moving some bigger pieces of tech. There's a lot of people working on the upper levels of Solace as well, which to the average person who doesn't know what's going on, that's fine. But as some people who may pay attention might know, a lot of what happened was in the lower levels of Solace. So what these people at the upper levels might be doing is a question for another time, but it's something to be noticed. The camera moves past that. I think maybe we can follow it to Dog's home and workshop and check in and see what's happening over there.
Oh, Dog's gonna have just finished working in his shop and leaned back in his chair, his busted up. He's lazy boy. Just lean back, have a beer on his chest. There's bottles all over the floor. Empty bottles, empty cans. Just music blaring, singing, don't break my heart. Make you break your heart. Don't just blow up and kill this man. I'm just having a good old time for right now. Just howling away.
I think as Mox shuffles into the workshop, you hear as he starts picking up the cans that have just been lying around and tossing them into bags. Because as much as Mox desperately wants to sink into the warm, numb comfort of a depressive episode that he's experienced many times in his life, Dog needs him more right now. And so Mox, after picking up a few cans and tossing them into a trash bag and setting the trash bag down, will just come behind where you are, Dog, and just put both hands on your shoulders.
Hey, thanks for getting the. You didn't have to get those. I was going to get them later.
I know you will.
Yeah.
You need anything while I'm here, though?
I mean, this is running a little dry. You can grab another one.
I can do that.
Grab yourself 3.
Yeah. And Mox goes to wherever, grabs a couple of beers, but also grabs some water, and is going to put that in front of Dog and looks at the breakfast that he brought for Dog that has long since gotten cold, probably only a little bit touched here and there. Well, you let me know when you're ready for lunch. Until then, how about some music? I'll go. Oh, get out of that. And Argos is just rooting around through the cans, back there. Get out and come here.
I thought there was one of those pull tabs we could win something on with some of these. Just looking for.
That's good looking out. That's good looking out, boy. I'm not even mad.
I thought there was a contest on something.
Could you play, looks over at Dog, Thimble Man by Leonard Skinner?
Thimble Man?
Okay.
The hell's a man made out of thimbles for?
Look,
Shit.
you know I have a slight lisp, okay? We don't need to... we get it. Yes, the Thimble Man. The Thimble Man.
The thimble kind of man. Little guy.
And and Argo starts playing Tambourine Man. No, not Tambourine. No, Thimble Man. No,
Thimble kind of man you want. Right here. Yeah. That's a good one.
Eventually you're gonna have to put on something other than the kimono. Though you do look wonderful, don't you?
It's one size fits all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it only has to fit you, but it doesn't fit every day.
It fits whatever shape I'm in. Buff, like my normal self. Maybe a little soft, like, now. But I'll get back in shape. It's perfect. Aerodynamic.
You doing okay, babe?
Water.
You barely left this room for like 3 days.
I feel pretty dang good. How you feeling?
Well, if you're feeling good, then I suppose I'm all right.
What you want to talk about?
Look, and when stretching out, a few more cans get pushed by Mox's boots. This is why I never really got a crew. Didn't really develop too many strong attachments, especially out here. They always end up one of a few ways. And now we have to figure out what to do about honoring, well, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Well, here, let me put it to you this way.
Put it to me, babe.
Put it to you. We all grieve in our own ways, and here's my thought. You know what this is doing? This is making me happy. Galen was a happy person. And you know how we can honor Galen? By throwing a bunch of stuff in our body that'll make us happy. Thanks, Galen. It was good knowing you.
You know what, babe? I'm on your team. So,
yeah.
Why don't you drink that tall glass of water, of water, and I'll go find us something else that maybe will not be just beer to put in our bodies to make us happy. So,
I appreciate you. That's what I appreciate about you. Well, a few things.
Yeah, don't just limit it to one thing here.
Yeah, no, there's a long list. I got it somewhere. I'll find it. But, you know.
You wrote a list?
Hey, nothing. Don't interrupt me, please.
We'll come back to that later. That's fine.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's okay. You can talk to me.
In the meantime, how about this?
How about it?
And just passes over a hand-rolled cigarette of sorts.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And you know, I feel a different type of smoke or steam might be filling the room, which again, the camera can artfully follow, creating a sense of symmetry in our visual storytelling. It wafts out of the workshop, again taking us through the city to another very nearby workshop domicile. B, what is going on right now?
Well, B's in shock. Still. We pan into the workshop, and everything that is normally very cluttered is suddenly very spotless. B has tried to process some of the things that have happened. We go through the house, and everything is spotless. Everything is right. And then we find B sitting in the corner on the floor, quietly crying, still in the clothing that we had our last adventure in, still with the blood and the grime, some snot, some tears, just head and hands, while Umbra circles around at their feet, whines a little bit, and then lays down. And it's eerily quiet.
And as our crew and their new friends processes what has just happened, I think we can give everyone a little bit of time to come to terms. And later that day, the camera shows us the barfly, which is as busy and chaotic as it always is. It is a central point this part of Solace's community. And amidst that movement and light and noise and chaos, there is a sense of consistency and foundation and calmness amidst the unknown and the difficult to process. So I think everyone finds themselves here, whether through the biological need for food or the drive to find comfort in the normal routine. And I don't think anybody has yet reached out to communicate with each other. This is just a lucky happenstance that finds the crew together. Drall, Sam, and Elijah came here for a meal. And I think as the rest of our crew shows up, they notice Drall and then notice these new people. And I think we can zoom in here for a moment as Bee and Dog and Mox enter and see Drall sitting with two strangers.
Would this be a situation where I could make a check to see if I can see any family resemblance in the little one?
You know, I think even without rolling the dice, absolutely yes, you can. You can see a similar jawline. You can see a similar look in the eye. Maybe at one point, like he stands up to get something, and you just have that flash of like the same body language when Galen got up when y'all had a little cookout at the Winnebago. That same mannerism as he picks up a plate and brings it to Sam.
In that case, I think there's a moment where Bee and Dog and Mox are walking in. Mox, the Watcher, just kind of zooms in a little bit on this kid. And Mox, without breaking stride, just instead of going straight towards where Drall was sitting, just curves over to the bar, making sure he has a strong drink.
Yeah. The barfly is pretty busy. It is that late afternoon time where people are transitioning from one job to the other or picking something up before dinner. It's not as rockin' and raucous as a Friday night, Saturday morning kind of vibe, but it's busy. A few people you've come to recognize are working behind the bar. They give you the nod, serve you up, no problem. So it's chaotic and noisy, but not like extreme. So that you can still find time to talk and interact with each other. It's not like so big a crowd you can't make your way through it or anything.
Then after grabbing the drink, just going to snag Dog really quick and just pull you in really close and just whisper in your ear, Jeff, keep it cool, babe. Yeah. I think we got some other people around who might also have known Galen. Maybe.
Really? Really?
Just a hunch. No, just warning. Didn't want you to be surprised, Okay, let's go.
What is it? Dog's looking around. Huh? Follow. Just kind of. Dude, I mean, he's a few sheets into the wind. But keeping it cool, walking the.
So Drall and Sam, you have a few people walking over to your table.
And Drall is going to lean to Sam. These are these are the rest of our friends, and she is going to walk slightly towards them. Guys, hey.
Hey, Drall. Long time no see.
I'd like to introduce you to a couple of very important people. And she gestures to Sam and Elijah. This is Sam and Elijah. Galen's family.
Upon being introduced to Galen's family, B, who was behind Mox and Dog, just breaks down weeping and walks back to the bar. Just like,
Is she okay? Does she?
Just let's give her a minute. Yep. My name's Mox. Sam, was it?
Yes. Samantha or Sam, whichever one.
Pleasure to meet you, Sam / Samantha. And what was your name, little one?
I'm Elijah.
Elijah, nice to meet you both. I'm sorry.
Thank you. It means a lot that he found friends out here, though. You all seem like a very tight bunch. Drall has been telling me about some of the adventures you have all had, and you all have done a lot in the little bit of time he's been away from us.
I don't think that it would be a stretch to say that Galen saved me in more than one way. So I'm very grateful to have known him, even though it wasn't long. And I look at Elijah. It was Elijah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your dad was a good man. Very good man. You should be proud.
He starts to say something, and then, like, you can see him kind of lose the words for a minute, kind of. He ends up just nodding.
As he nods, Mox is just going to quietly add, "It's all right. I understand better than you know. It takes time. Can I get you a drink, Samantha? That's kind of the main thing around here."
Sure, I'll drink. Yes.
Preferences, or just something strong? Or dealer's choice?
Dealer's choice.
All right!
as Dog goes to the bar, B's going to pass with a tray of a giant bottle of tequila, shot glasses, a chocolate milk, a Shirley Temple, and a root beer.
Oh, they have chocolate milk here?
Yeah, you got a special ask for it. I'm not sure if it's actually milk anymore, but it's the same thing, right?
Oh, no,
Might
it's
be
not the same thing.
Plant milk.
I actually remember milk. You're probably too young. Well, a bottle of tequila, that'll do.
Ooh, gonna need some tequila for that ageism, old man.
Look, it's not ageism, it's a matter that I'm older. That's just that's chronological fact.
Thank you, Grandpa.
God
Walks up to
damn
the
it!
table
Hey, Mox.
Thanks, babe.
Good one.
with the biggest, as big of a smile as B can muster, with the saddest eyes, and goes, "Hi, I'm B. I thank you for visiting. I have libations. Little one, I did the best I could with all the tastiest things I remember drinking here. Here you go." And sets it down on the table and sits next to Drall.
Elijah does that thing where he shoots a look at Sam, asking for permission / is it okay?
Oh, Yes, it's fine. It's fine.
None of
no
them
tequila.
have alcohol.
No tequila. No alcohol. No tequila.
Ah, shit.
Too young, young man. Too young.
Dad let me.
13. We talked about this.
He reaches for the chocolate milk and takes a drink, and it's real good.
So yes. And she starts to kind of laugh along with you a little bit too, as you giggle.
It sounds like you had something to say first.
She's kind of holding her cup like this and just kind of like running her thumb around the end of it and just kind of looking down as everything's going along and stuff, and just kind of looks up and she kind of takes in the bar a little bit as we go, and she says, so this is home for all of you.
Yeah, some of us have been here almost all our lives. Some of us have stopped in for a negotiation and never left. We all just tend to gravitate towards here. The Firefly or the Barfly, however you want to call it. Usually I'd introduce you to Ferdy, but I don't know where they are. Galen did, but he never told me.
He probably had good reason. Hopefully.
What about you, Fem? Where is or was home for you?
Home is wherever I make it.
I understand that. With a flick of a glance towards Dog.
Yes, we came from Angel City. That's where we last were. We had had a it is where Elijah was born, actually. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he's from there.
Did you get to see all the action that happened there? I was following all of that when they were doing the live streams.
She smirks.
No, I was in school. Wouldn't let me watch it.
Oh, that's lame, little buddy. I bet you we could watch them together if it's okay with you, Sam. I don't want to step on any toes. I just think it's pretty cool, and it's, a good example of activism. Whether or not it was in the right place at the right time, I don't know, but...
That is a very fateful night, actually. It is okay if you want to watch it.
Yes, please.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about it. You mentioned home being wherever you are. Galen had a windy bagel.
Oh yeah, the windy bagel.
A windy bagel.
Yeah, windy bagel.
Oh, it sounds even better when you say it.
It's a
Can
windy
you say
bagel.
that again?
Windy bagel?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Car. It's got. I mean, it's not it's his.
Winnebago, Drall.
Yeah, it's a Winnebago.
Oh, it's a caravan.
Oh yeah, caravan. Sorry, we called it the Windy Bagel.
She gets this kind of far off look into her eyes as she kind of smiles, and she goes, of course he would choose a fucking caravan.
It's kitted out real nice.
You might have some guns.
We still need to remove some of the blood from the outside. Not his. No. Oh God.
It'll get clean, it's fine, but it's kitted out real nice, and it has a real good home defense system too.
Ooh, and it can see stuff far away. Radar is really, really great.
Take me to this windy bagel that you.
Oh, thank fuck! Yeah.
Yes, I have to see this. This is. Oh my goodness.
Would the crew like to head there now or a little
walk?
bit later?
You want
to go on walkies? Are we going to take some walkies?
We'll bring the drinks with us, whether or not the
Solace is an open carry kind of place, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
they're
okay.
worrying about that shit,
Nah.
things
Yeah,
are way better here than I thought.
Yeah, it's like New Orleans, right? It's so totally okay. Cool.
And Dog was testing the open drinking rules on the way here anyway. So.
Louisville 4th Street, baby.
As we leave, B grabs another bottle just in case.
Do they just let you grab?
Oh, don't
bottle?
worry about it. I'll explain it later.
Pardon me.
One of the people behind the bar like makes almost a motion to stop you, but then sees it's you. Yep, you give him that look over the sunglasses, and he's like, "Oh, well, sorry." A little sassy.
I like
you walk
this
through.
one.
You walk through Solace. It is, like I said, it's in the evening. Solace is starting to light up, and for those of you who have lived here or have lived here long enough to get used to it, it's not that Solace isn't impressive, but you kind of forget how a first-time viewer of Solace takes in the city. And I think maybe there's a couple moments where you're all moving on and Elijah stops and stares, or maybe Sam and Elijah both stop together for a minute. The city is starting to light up. The neon coming through the homey, comfortable, cozy vibe of Solace really kind of echoes like bioluminescence in sea life. Like as the neon wave kind of starts to roll across the city as the sun is setting, it's just coming alive in a new way. But you make your way through this, go towards the end of the canyon, get into one of the lifts, and head up to the rim where the Winnebago is parked. Bill...
Can I, before we get there?
Yeah.
Because you said that Sam and Elijah at one point stop and stare at the lights and take all that in. If there's even a second where Sam walks on a step ahead in front of Elijah, Mox is going to put a shoulder or a hand on Elijah's shoulder to slow him down.
And I think that maybe the first time or second time that Mox does that, there's a little bit of like a startled reaction. Part of like he wasn't paying attention, and so it shocked him.
Well, that's fine, because Mox wants to stop him for a sec, or at least slow him down enough that he can talk to him quietly.
Okay, yeah. There's that kind of, the body language, like when someone tries to stop you and like you pull away from them, it's like your first instinct. Like 100% that's where it is, but then like he kind of settles back into it and he's okay.
It's a strange old guy who we just met. I don't fault him.
Yeah. What a weirdo.
But when we fall just a little behind, Elijah, I've been where you are, and as a result, you have not only my sympathy, but my empathy, if you even know what that means. And a lot of people... Look, I heard that line that you threw at your mother back at the bar.
He looks very guilty.
About your dad. Your mother is being very strong for you. But this is just as hard for her. And so, while I'm willing, out of understanding, to cut you slack, don't let me hear you talking to your mother like that.
And there's a long beat, and just kind of the ambient noise of Solace fills the air.
I don't think that's what your father would have wanted you to say. And you're going to have to grow up to be the person that he wanted you to be. And you start now.
And you see a little flare of like stubborn anger in his eyes, and you see his jaw set for a minute. You see his shoulders square. You've seen that body language in Galen, and again that echo that you saw in the barfly hits you real hard, because you've seen Galen square up for a fight. But then he takes a breath, and his eyes soften. Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. And it's gonna fucking suck. For a long time. But eventually, it'll suck a little less often. And until then, you and your mum are gonna have to be there for each other. Alright?
Yeah. Okay. It's so... There's a big swallow. It's just so... I don't know. I'll try.
Hey. You can cry, it's alright. That's allowed. Just don't take it out on your mum. You can yell at me. I don't give a shit.
He giggles a little bit.
Now, you said your dad used to let you have a drink every now and then?
I mean...
You're not lying to me, are you, Elijah? Because I would hate to find out that you would do that to me.
I mean, there were a couple times before he left on his big trips where he said it was okay if I, like, took a sip of his beer or something.
Yeah. And maybe just, since we're already at the back, just slides down his drink a little bit.
Elijah, what are you drinking?
I think I had tequila, which is a little problematic. I didn't leave the farm lie with the intention of feeding alcohol to the child.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't think that far out.
Listen, behave now.
I really want to know how that sip responds.
He takes a little sip, and you see the reaction go across his face as he like takes a breath.
Mox freaks out a little bit as people start turning their heads like, oh, yep, no, there's Dusty here, patting him on the back. Be cool.
Man, don't do me any favors next time.
Well, got to remember that. Yeah, come on.
And catches up to the group along with Elijah.
So you get through the rest of Solace. You ascend the canyon in one of the many lifts and elevators. You get to the Winnebago. Bill is there in his truck. He's sitting outside on a camp chair. He's got his feet kicked up on a cooler. Sees the crew walk up. He salutes you with a beer and kind of like pulls his trucker cap down over his eyes and stretches out to take a rest.
Hey, Bill. Guys, this is the, and Drall, like, huh, the windy bagel. And she knocks on it, leans on it. This puppy right here has seen at least 4 or 5 near-death experiences. Slaps it on its back tailgate. But I'll tell you what, she'll get you where you need to go. Crosses her arms and leans against it.
I think there's still a motorcycle inside, too.
Can I ask Mallo a question?
Yep.
And this is Mallo. What... Were there any, like, personal details or little touches that Galen put in there that weren't necessary or functional, but were, like, clearly choices of his aesthetic?
There were... Yes. Especially as y'all were remaking the bagel and things like that and repairing it after several fights. He would sneak in little pieces here and there that probably only Sam will know. He didn't even make a real call out or anything like that about it, because at the time he didn't want to endanger Sam and Elijah.
Sam, do you and Elijah want to go in and look inside? Do you want us to check first to make sure it's suitable? I don't know how to do this.
Well, usually we start by opening the door. That's a good start.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Lost the keys.
Ah, there we go. And then she'll just kind of open the door and peer inside and things like that. For were you saying something, love?
sorry if it smells.
It's Galen. He farts a lot.
Yeah,
it just won't come out of the upholstery, I'm telling you.
And she just kind of, for the first time in a while, you just kind of see her do a little bit of a giggle, and actually laugh along with you for a bit. And she's got these heavy boots, and they kind of boom onto the first step leading into it, and then steps up in as it creaks a bit and things. And she's gonna kind of look around and just sort of, you can see her smile, even if you can see inside, you can see her smile, and she just kind of like looks to herself for a little bit and things, and she's like, of course he would choose a fucking caravan. He couldn't just have an apartment or a house. He had to choose a fucking caravan. That man, I swear to God. Is this where he lived? For real?
Yeah?
Total bachelor pad.
Yeah.
What is this motorcycle you said he had?
Is it not in there?
She looks around and there's just a couch and a table and things like that, looking around it and stuff, and there's the seat and the co-pilot seat and things like that, and she starts walking to the back of it and looking around, and I don't see any, there's no motorcycle in here. I don't understand.
Quietly, so that Sam can't hear. Guys, did we leave the motorcycle?
Did we imagine a motorcycle?
What motorcycle?
I don't remember a motorcycle.
I remember grenades.
I definitely remember grenades, yeah.
I used a lot of those.
I remember a motorcycle.
I remember Friendly Molotov.
Hold on. Do we owe them a motorcycle now?
No. They have the caravan. Ooh, Windy Bagel.
I don't know if we owe them a motorcycle, but I guess we could build one.
I don't have a motorcycle if we owe them one. I think
You see the little boy's eyes light up, though?
Muffler on a bike.
Motorcycle.
Sam, mate, we'll talk about the motorcycle later.
Got a motorcycle in my shop. I forgot about that.
Okay.
The motorcycle.
Okay.
I just...
Let me walk my ass back and get it. I'll bring it back.
They have a house there.
And she's gonna poke her head out, and she's gonna just look at it and be like, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just, we always wanted one, but we never could afford one. And then when you're in the city,
motorcycle?
Yeah, we can never afford one.
Yeah.
It's expensive living in an Angel City. It's very expensive. It's just not good."
Dog grins and thinks to himself, I'm about to be the coolest uncle around.
Well, I if it's okay with you, Drall, you have been a wonderful, wonderful host. But you probably do not want another grown woman and 10-year-old boy using your apartment all the time, right?
Yeah, I actually have a question. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you can ask the question. Ask the question.
Well, clearly you came all this way, and I know it's kind of weird, but like, I feel responsible in some way for making sure that you guys find a home in Solace. If you came all this way, and Galen went to... Okay. What if you don't seem to like the caravan? I'll take the caravan and you guys can have my apartment.
We could also find an apartment that they could live in, or something.
Yeah. Actually,
yours.
Yeah, that's. I mean, but I don't. But if you don't want the caravan, I don't mind having wheels. It's just like, it's whatever. It's up to you. Like, whatever works. I don't know how much money you have. I don't.
Or we could let them have the caravan and also an apartment.
Okay, yeah, it just smelled like feet and a little bit like blood, so I just wasn't sure.
Why don't we do this? This is... I think, yes, we will want a place to live, and this seems to be this is where Galen wanted to settle down. We did not fit in the city. We did not fit anything there. It was not safe for us, for many reasons, and Elijah got an unfortunate look at that on the way out, but just details. So,
Elijah has like a huge, like involuntary shudder and reaction when Sam says that, and kind of hunches his shoulders down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, this is home now. Some manner of home. We'll figure it out, but I eventually would like to get the place here. Yes. I don't have a lot of money though. Galen took what he could. We made what we could in the city, but it's expensive in the city. So if you all know of anything I could do to help.
It's not too expensive to live here, but I definitely know we know how to make money when we do it right.
Do y'all know any person who can pilot a 9-foot giant robot?
I'm sorry, what?
You have a robot? I just thought you were a big lady, but now you have a big robot too?
Wait.
Sorry, not in a bad way. I mean, I like big ladies, and clearly Galen likes big ladies too.
Jesus Christ.
I tell you what, you could take that robot and you could put a guitar case out in the street and start dancing and doing tricks with it. People will pay you so much money if you want to do that. Easy. I mean, you can do lift stuff. Shit. I can't even think of more stuff though.
So, Sam, there's lots of stuff you can do in Solace.
So the robot, though, we have workshops, and people. We know how to. Well, we know how to build drones and work on robots and things. At least 3 of us do. And Drall is really good with information.
Yeah, I know people. I can see if anybody's looking to rent a space for cheap, for trade. You know, if you don't, I mean, we got you.
Okay.
And if nobody wants to give you an apartment, I'll just threaten to talk to Ferdy or something, and I'm sure that'll work.
I do not mind working for my space. It's I have a particular set of skills, and
9 feet robot.
That is one of
Being
them.
big with robot.
Yes. Galen was shooty with his stuff. I shooty from far away. I could do other things too. We grew up in caravans. We just. Did he ever talk in a weird American accent to you, or did he talk like me?
He talked like
I'm
me
sorry.
and dog.
So what you're saying is,
She shakes her
the
head.
entire time.
Yeah, we are from not here. Oh well, Elijah from here, yes. But we are not from here. No. This is my normal accent.
Did you decide to come to this place though? Like, did you see it from afar and go?
To
yeah,
Solace,
I
or
totally want to go and live in that shit.
To America or
Well,
to
Angel
Solace?
City.
Well,
America, really, but
when you grow up the way we did, we were, and she points back to this Vindy bagel. This was life for us growing up. I was born in one of these. We did not have hospital back in the old country. So this is why I laughed, because he chose this. This is the most Galen thing ever. Because this is all we knew for 16, 17 years of our life when we first met each other. My family was caravan, and his family was caravan. We all caravan. We were a found family. Just a village on wheels. Just going around doing whatever we could do. And then he come here and he does this, and it just is. And she starts crying. And she goes, "It's the most fucking Galen thing ever." That man, I swear to God. And she just kind of looks at it, and she throws the keys back to you, Drall, and she goes, This could be everyone's. Y'all, from what I heard, from what Drall was saying, y'all use this all the time to get around out here. Smart, because you can just, camp. Do whatever you want, And she looks up at the guns and she says, "That's very impressive. Did you all?"
Thanks.
Yeah. Yes. Good craftsmanship.
That was also Mox too. Mox helped, and so did Dog. But I had the idea, and I was going to put it on all of our houses and the Windy Bagel, and they fought me on it for so long. But then I got to do it, and it's awesome because it runs on the same computers that the radar and everything else runs on too, and so it just auto targets sometimes. But you have another place where you can jump up through the roof and stand there, and you can use one of the other guns too if you really want to. Elijah could do it if he thinks that's cool. It'd be real fun to go shooting on the range if you want to.
She pats Elijah on the head, and she's no ideas. You've already had enough violence in the last week. Another time. I'll teach you to hunt another time. When do we start with the battle axe, and then we'll work up to firearms.
He just he nods, and you can see that his attention is like being split right now between this conversation that's happening and looking up towards the front of the Winnebago, the cockpit, with all of the tech and the equipment, and you can see him like trying to eye some of the sensor decks and the equipment that's up there, like he's trying to figure it all out.
She'll motion him to come inside, and she'll sit down in the co-pilot seat and kind of gesture for him to sit down in the main seat. And she just kind of looks at him a little bit, just lets him look around and kind of take it in and things. And she'll kind of lean up and kind of, something is hanging from the rear view mirror, you know, where the sensors would look out in the back kind of thing. And she would go, "Your father gave this to me when we were 17. He still had it. And he put it on this." And she kind of takes it off a little bit, and like that. And she kind of like leans over and puts it in the little backpack pocket. He's like, "Now you take it. But no giving it to girl until you are of age." She gets like a little stern look on her face.
Okay, Mom. Jeez. All right.
And she'll just kind of like quietly kind of look. She's like, "What you think, kid? Possibility for here or what or not?"
I mean, yes. What else are we gonna do?
They seem like nice people. Your father liked them a lot, apparently.
Is this where he was working when he was gone?
Yes. Working was... I mean, he was working, yes, but he was really more scouting for us for a new home. We were never going to be able to stay in Angel City for long. Not after what happened.
Well, I mean, if this was always the plan, then it should be the plan, right?
Yes, but it's you and me now, and I just wanted to make sure before we did anything else. I pulled you through a lot already in like the past week. And you've been through a lot ever since your dad left. He left to protect us, to make sure we could make it somewhere else. So it's a lot to be gone without him. And when she looks up, she's got just a single tear kind of coming around her. And it's going to be hard for us out here. But I think we found some good people. We found a family. Maybe we can make a different one now.
Yeah. If this is what you and Dad working on, if this was what he was doing, then I wanna do that thing. If not, we have to start over, figure it all out. That's too much.
I mean, we kind of are starting over, but it's okay. I tell you what, though. You don't have the same curfew here as you did back there.
He looks at you like real sharp-eyed. Later or earlier?
The town comes alive after dark. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's real pretty.
Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool.
Yeah, I think it is. We should probably find a place to live. Maybe we can bunk here for the night, but we should probably find a place to live.
Okay. Yeah.
And she looks at the panel and everything like that. And she goes, I have no idea what any of this shit is. Do you?
Well, that over there looks like drone control. This looks like communication package. I think this over here was like the heads-up Mallo display for while you're driving and stuff. And I think this is the steering wheel.
Well, I got that part. We did drive a little bit in Angels.
You said you didn't know what anything was.
Fair. Fair. Look. Suffice to say, I think if you want to make some changes and play around in here, it's probably not going to be too bad. You might have to talk to the purple-haired one out there, though. She might have a problem if you go tinkering. I think she likes this thing. They call it the Venti Bagel.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I like it.
They make fun of how I say it. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you and Dad do say a lot of stuff pretty funny.
Listen, little man. Not all of us were born here in America, alright?
I'm just saying. I've been here for a long time. Could have picked up the lingo.
Oh, like your father's amazing. Oh, I'm gonna do the American accent. That thing that he likes to do, that stupid ass accent, yes. Where he tries to act all gruff like John Wayne, his hero.
And Elijah, like, absolutely starts, like, cackling, laughing at that memory. And it's almost like that very kind of manic laughing to cover up some sorrow, but it is truly just a 10-year-old loving a story kind of thing, you know?
The kind of laughter that has a little healing in it.
Yeah.
So she'll, after that dies down, she'll just kind of look at him and just gently reach out her hand to him and take his hand into hers and helps him up out of the chair and stuff like that. And they'll both come walking outside and stuff. And she'll look over at the crew and go, very impressive, very impressive. I must say. There's a few of his things still in there, though. And I'd like to take them with me, if that's okay.
Where are you gonna store them? Probably keep them there, right? Because it's yours now.
We share. How's that?
Okay. Do whatever you like. Whatever you need.
Well, I would like to find an apartment eventually, yes.
So if we're sharing, does that mean that you're going to be part of our crew? Because, like, if you want, welcome. We can make a welcome package for you and give you the whole rundown of everything that we've done. Don't look at me like that, Drall. I know we didn't actually do welcome packages or anything else.
I didn't get a welcome package
yet because you were part of it at the beginning. Hold on. Anyways, so like if you want to think about it, that's okay. We could figure out how to make it so that Elijah could be a part of it too, but away from the danger. I know a lot of places where Elijah could hang out with a lot of really cool kids. They all behave a lot because we take care of our kids around here. Are you going to be part of our crew?
If Galen liked you, then And from what I've seen for the past, little bit of time here, and Drall has been amazing, but this is home. And you are his found family, which by extension is now my found family.
Okay. Can I hug you?
Yes, my child. Come here. Come here.
I want a mom too! Comes barrels into the two of you.
She's like, what? As she kind of pulls both of you in. And she just kind of looks over at Dog.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hug you, but don't. Galen's accent was cool though, even though it was fake.
Can't believe it was fake! You just hear from your chest. Or your back or where after Drall latched onto you guys. What's even real anymore?
It was real for him. It was real for him. I bet he tried to be a cowboy too, didn't he? He had a cowboy hat, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he have a guitar? Is there a guitar back there too?
Maybe.
I swear to God, he was living out his 20s out here.
Check under all the furniture.
He was real cool.
Yeah, anything cool, he had it.
It was cool!
You guys got to see Galen in like his 20s when it was just he and I out having fun. Elijah, shut up. When it was just us having fun out in the way.
I can see why you fell in love with him.
Well, it was that and the back-to-back bar fights we used to get into with everybody in the locals. But, we fought pretty damn good next to each other, yeah?
That's so cool.
It's okay. It's going to be okay.
Elijah's like rolling his eyes and shaking his head a little bit because that's like a little bit too romantic gross right now.
Yeah, no. For a 10-year-old, it's holding hands is too romantic for a 10-year-old. Like, she's just kind of look around and she's like, "So we got that bottle, right?"
2.
I don't see any reason why we don't hang around here for a little while. We'll gather some things, we'll do all that, but, is this what you all used to gather? Did you usually gather at the bar or out here, or both, or?
Both. There's a beer fridge, and it has an awning, and there's twinkle lights we could set up, and there's chairs, and if there's no chairs, we'll have to
I'll get the chairs.
Oh, chairs! We could do a campfire if you want. Umber will keep us safe from anything, and I'm sure Argos would too.
So as you guys kind of sit around and we vibe for a little while, she's just gonna kind of look at it in things and kind of look around and she's like, "So these jobs y'all used to work on and things, like, they pay good? They do?"
It varies by search term.
But it's honest work, at least?
It varies by general leaning.
It's pretty dishonest, I'm gonna be real with you, and it doesn't pay enough for what it is, but it does pay.
But we did try honestly hard, and we did our best, and we met a lot of people that didn't necessarily appreciate that all the time.
Took advantage of it a lot, actually, which was kind of a bummer. When we were in the middle of nowhere, we're like, oh shit, But hey.
But there's some honor. Like, we saved a whole town.
Oh, you saved the town.
Yeah.
This town?
No, this town.
A different town.
Oh, I was going to ask that you would be heroes here, right? Or no? Or
I mean, we kind of are, but different heroes. At Ferdy's, we're heroes. Yeah.
Okay. Weekend warriors, kind of. Yeah, maybe. Doesn't.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. That's an Americanism. Yeah, there you go.
And technically, our ranking does follow into the heroic category on at least on this particular page.
So there's like a job board for these, and you just pick up jobs off the board.
She pulls up her glove, and she enters in her little apps where she goes. Her several different ones, her encrypted ones, as well as her more standard, everyday, generic boards, as well as the ones that are put out by their community policing system. And just shows, see, it just varies depending on, what you're looking for. And she zooms in and she zooms out. See, like this one, it's a hey, go get me a hot dog. I'm working 16 hours. It doesn't pay very well, but it's honest work. And this one makes the big, it's like red all the way around it. It's got several stars on it. This one's a big risk, but big reward.
Interesting.
Drall knows a guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
I used to have to get all my shit from the corpse. I knew this guy, Declan. He gave me all my... We worked together. We were like work friends.
No, yeah, I mean, that's kind of how this started. Did you bone your word? Anyway, no, that's not important. I'm really... Yeah, he's cute. And we work together, so that's
he's cute.
Yeah. That's why I'm acting super weird about it. Like, I'm usually calm, cool, and collective, but like, I don't know what it is, but he like makes me sweaty.
Oh, he's like that, I see.
Yeah, dude, it's super inconvenient. Like, it makes my brain act stupid. Oof.
Girl,
Very
I know.
entertaining.
All right, Draw your phone rings.
Sometimes the setup's too perfect.
And it's
For
sitting,
a conversation that takes way too long.
it's sitting on my lap, and it just pops up with his picture. Oh my god! And she puts her hands out. She goes, "Everyone, shut the fuck up!" Excuse me. Sorry. Hey,
what's up? Where are you? What you doing? I'm interrupting. Oh no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have called. I'm sorry.
And she puts up her finger. Hey, we're at the Windy Bagel. We're chilling.
Oh.
What's up? You wanna come over?
I can't. I want to. I do.
Oh, cool. I want to.
Yeah, I super want to. I'm just really, really busy.
Totally.
In fact, I'm going to be like even super busier, like way more busy, like tons of stuff busy. Not that I'm too busy. Not that I'm too busy to do stuff with you and for you and everybody.
Okay.
But like the stuff I was doing before was like down here, and now I've been asked to do like up here.
Oh shit! Can you even reach that?
No.
You can do it. It's fine. You can reach it. We'll get you a step stool. Fine.
She leans over to be. Is he a short king? Is that what? When she looks over to Elijah, is that what they call it now? Is that the short king? Oh, sorry,
Mom,
sorry, love. Sorry,
Mom.
What?
Don't try. I told you not to try. You can't do it right. Mom, you're embarrassing me. These are new friends. Stop it. Paperboy is like, okay, yeah, so like I've been asked to I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
You got a friend, DA. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to tell anybody. I mean, there's nobody's here as she looks around at the several people that are here.
Like, okay. So there was someone who was like doing a bunch of stuff and was in charge of a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And responsible for a bunch of stuff, and then they left like a couple days ago.
Okay.
From the place where we get the food and the drinks, and they left. But they were also doing other stuff. And so now I've been asked to do the other stuff because they're not here.
Okay. So like, okay, question. Are you like excited about this stuff, or is this like shit? I'm their bitch right now. I
am nervous because I've never worked directly for the people that are asking me to do the thing.
It's like a promotion.
But it's really scary because now there's a lot of other people asking me things, and I have to make big decisions. And I kind of have to like check a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, hi, PB, does this mean that Birdie is dead?
Wait, you said there was no one here. You said there was no one here.
I told you I was at the PB, I told you I was at the bagel. You know I don't go to the bagel by myself.
You said, hi.
It's just the guys. It's fine.
Hi. I don't know if you're all supposed to know what I'm talking
Is Birdie dead?
about.
Hello.
Who are you?
That's Galen's wife and kid, and like holds the. We'll fill you in later with a little bit. Your thing is really important. We don't need to talk about my thing. We need to talk about your thing that you're totally going to do to find out. And you know what? Nothing worth doing is, and she pulls her hair to the side. Nothing worth doing is easy. So I think you can do it.
Paperboy is putting his hood up over his face and like holding the collar like up by his mouth. This is
when the glow gets shifted around the space, when it does just pass quickly by Mox, even though he's not in frame long enough for it even all to get out, he just goes, smooth work there, pal.
Hey, PB, my beautiful little chrysalis, come out. You're a butterfly. Tell me what's going on.
okay. All right. We don't know anything about Ferdy.
Okay, we don't know anything
officially.
Officially.
Okay, but what about it unofficially?
What about unofficially?
We are fairly certain they're fine.
Probably fine.
We can hear everything you're saying, Drall.
Oh, sorry.
They're just busy. Like, we don't super know.
Busy like how?
Okay.
PB, I know where you are.
I'm somewhere different right now. Actually, thank you. I'm in another office. Actually, I got a big one.
Well, now that I know the offices exist, I can come and find you.
You don't know where the offices are. You don't know where the offices are.
Umbra can find you. And Umbra has a taser tongue.
Which one was that again? I'm confused. Was that the one that plays the music?
Hey.
What?
Hey, listen here. I'll come right through that fucking phone and trash your new office.
Please.
You can't come. That's not how phones work.
My willpower is stronger than anything you can make. I'll come through that fucking phone right now. I'll walk over to you.
I shouldn't have called.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little wound up right now. Tell me what I want to know.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, look. Okay. We don't know where Ferdy went. They didn't tell us where they were going. But someone as important as Ferdy, if they were to die, it would be a big deal.
Duh.
So no one has said anything. No one has claimed anything. No one has contacted us. So I think they're fine.
Okay.
But because they're not here, I have to do all this stuff for the bosses.
PB. First of all, I'm really proud of you. I think it's super awesome. You've been working really hard, and I think you totally deserve a huge office. And I'm really excited to bring you lunch one time. So if that's cool, if you're cool with it.
Yeah.
But like
tomorrow?
Yeah, totally. Like,
please.
11. Do you want a sandwich? Do you want a side salad or like a soup? No, I'll bring a both of it.
Remember the sandwiches with the cream and the fruit?
Yeah, the cream fruit.
And we like cut them up and we put them together, so it was both together because there's two separate sandwiches. Then we made them one sandwich.
Together, yeah.
Those.
Guys.
And the
yeah. Yeah. Sorry, PB. Yeah, no. I'll get you lunch. But why are you telling? I mean, other than the obvious reason, why are you telling me?
I was like happy about it and kind of scared, and it was good, and I wanted to like tell you that it was good and see if you thought it was good.
Oh, and she puts her hair behind her ear and pulls her hoodie a little far forward. I think it's really good because I think that, and she walks a little bit away from the group. I think it's like super great that you're talking.
Yeah. Dog's still very drunk.
Babe.
All right, so I think the rest of Drall and Paperboy's conversation can be private. And I think for the rest of the night, maybe...
He sends him a selfie, by the way, for the very first time.
Definitely some heart and exclamation point emoji reactions.
Cool.
Not a thumbs up.
Fuck.
Because he knows etiquette.
Yeah, that would be a bad time for us.
And he's got
That
would be a really rough time.
PB isn't good at every situation, but he knows this one. So the rest of the night can be maybe sitting around the campfire telling stories. I think we can let the camera fade away as this group shares some of the positive moments and the happy moments from the last few months that we've been together doing things. Let's move forward about a week. Solace has returned to its normal day-to-day routines and ebbs and flows. Everything's been rebuilt. Everything's fine. Everyone here in the crew has been kind of transitioning back to regular day-to-day life. I think we can say maybe a couple small delivery jobs have come across the table, Drall, just so you can stay busy, you can keep your ranking up. You're still figuring out what the crew wants to do going forward. But you've done a little bit here and there just to maintain your status on your various servers and on the boards. I do want to start, though, with Sam. So, for the last few days, what have you and Elijah been doing?
A lot of it will be shopping. Mm-hmm. So, shopping montage, basically. Because we left with not a lot, if you remember from the miniseries. We did not leave Angel City with a ton. We had a go bag, and that was about it. So, she's got a couple of her weapons and things like that with them. We have the rickety old SUV that we stole to get out of Angel City. And we had about a change or two of clothes. And so, as the very multicolored stalls and things like that open up towards the late evening and nights and stuff like that, there's a little bit of going around and using what little bit of souls we have left to get basic things like a new, set of clothing for us. Some provisions, things like that. And then at the same time, trying to get Elijah a new glow, one that is cracked instead of tied to any of the specific, carrier networks and things like that. Just trying to get him some of the basics that he would need to continue. Trying to scout what his school would look like here, and trying to figure out, where the school is at. He is brilliant on his own, but he still has a lot to learn and a lot of things that he needs to grow into. So kind of looking around for things like that, and then if she's successful enough to find, the school and things like that and get him in, then while he's doing some of that stuff, she'll try to find an apartment and things like that, or find anywhere that she could start to settle down with some roots. She's trying to nest as best she can with what little bit she had on her, to go with.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think maybe in some of those shopping montages, Sam was ended up stumbling across the fact that a lot of merchants in Solace are very interested in trading and bartering instead of just soul payments. And I think maybe that echoes back a little bit to some of Sam's roots, how she grew up. So it's an odd adjustment, I think, because you really had to adjust a lot to living in Angel City.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly a lot of what you're seeing as day-to-day life is kind of, oh, this is the old country.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird to have forced yourself to adjust to the metroplexes so much, and how much you had to kind of adjust and curb yourself and change your thoughts and behaviors. And now you're seeing a very different and very familiar way of life and living.
I think through some of that montage, you'll see her doing a few odd and end jobs, like,
absolutely,
a couple of like very small things, but like you said, to trade and barter for that. So things, and it's a menagerie of things, just given the way that she grew up and stuff like that. She's got a lot of different skills in different areas that could be useful to tailors, that could be useful to, engineers and things like that, or anybody that's tinkering and doing things out in the waste.
Some of the jobs right off the bat, like you were talking to a merchant about some clothing, and they kind of happened to mention that one of their shipments was like stuck in a caravan that hadn't made it in all the way to Solace because like their car broke down, the trucks broke down, and it was really close by. And this was after you found like the school and got Elijah enrolled. So you were able to like drive an hour or so out of Solace, help repair those vehicles and get them back in. And the merchant was like, oh, well, here's what you were looking at, right? You wanted these? Here you go. Job's paid for. Thank you. A couple of rovers who were doing some of the heavier construction work we saw towards the beginning of the episode. You happened to be walking by one day. They caught your eye. You started chit-chatting with some of the operators and mechanics. You ended up trading some hints, trading some tips and tricks you've developed over the years. You showed them a couple shortcuts, a couple little hacks you've made in your own circuitry and technique, and they bought you lunch, they bought you dinner, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that the adjustment period, while it is difficult, it is not unfamiliar.
Yeah.
And you are able, with Drall's help and B's help, to go through a couple apartments, find a couple different places that are on the market, and you are able to find a decent, like 2-bedroom kind of place with some nice space. And again, this is a situation where, while you don't have the souls to put down right now, the owner is willing to negotiate for some repair work, some chores, some upkeep. until you are able to get on your feet a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
B, anything particular you have been doing over the last week or so?
Well, B's been showing Elijah around the workshop and the salvage piles when Elijah is not at school. And showing Elijah all of the third places that B got to grow up around and enjoy, introducing Elijah to all of the, the adults and or, teens that B still knows. Pointing out the places that guy over there, cranky as shit, don't go to his place on Tuesdays, but if you do, bring him a soda and don't talk to him.
Okay. And he's like taking notes on his glow. Okay. All right.
Stuff like that, like stay out of that alley. Sometimes they have wild dogs. I don't know if they can be trained. I tried. They just...
Wait, how'd you try?
Well, like the typical things that they do in the old movies.
What old movies?
I left out... Oh, buckle up, kid. We got some learning to do. We got so much things to watch. Do you like watching movies?
I mean, mostly in Angel City, we watched like live streams of people doing things, like their laundry, or putting things away, or there was this one guy who just like watched other people do things. So his stream was him watching other people on their streams. That one was really good because sometimes he would like talk about what they were doing and like give them scores of how he thought. I love that one. That was really good. We watched that one like on lunch all the time.
Will I have to trade things? Although I don't know if I'll be really into those, but we can see. There's also stuff, like anime. That's animated stuff.
Wait, what's that?
It's
like baby cartoons?
No, not like baby.
Like learning, like what in school when you'd learn like the stuff, the lessons.
No, you learn about friendship.
Oh.
And
okay.
There's like explosions and fighting and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Ooh.
I think you like it. There's even some with giant robots we can show you.
Like mom drives.
We might have to check with your mom about some of those though, just to make sure. Do you? I don't know. Do you like to do anything? I know I showed you the salvage and the workshop. You looked interested in the electronics.
Yeah, I mean,
how can we help you?
In the city, in school, like I was really good at the programming classes, and I was about to go into a lab for like writing glow programs, but then we had to leave, so I didn't get to do that. But I'm always trying to like figure stuff out. We had to get rid of my old glow, which I understand, but I had like some stuff written in there that I was trying to figure out, and now I gotta start over, and I don't remember everything I did. But like that kind of stuff is cool.
I mean, the best part about learning stuff is seeing if you can remember what you learned and also getting better at the things that you don't remember. So we could always set you up with a bunch of stuff. I know that between all of us in the crew, we have, stuff for the programming and the coding and, in technology in general. Well, we could even teach you how to build your own glows and computers and stuff too.
Wait. You just go buy those. Like,
oh no,
they're in the machine, the vending machines. If you need a new one, or you can like order them and a drone brings them to you. You know.
Well, not here. No. Did you think that we like bought Argos and Umbra, the drones?
I mean, we want there. We would there. I saw the stores all the time. Sometimes like after school, like, okay, we weren't supposed to. but sometimes I would get a ride with my friends, and we would like go downtown and look at all the new models, and like all of the new drones that were for sale. There was like a new fish one. It was really cool.
You should tell me everything you remember about those things, and then we could try to build some.
Like put it
with
together?
our hands. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, so cool. Okay. Yeah, just make sure you check with your mom, and always like we'll always make sure that like, you know, communication and all that, so Sam knows where you are, and we can do that. You could even have a flying fish if you wanted. That sings.
He does that thing where like you can tell his imagination is just like running wild right now, because like he's looking up at the sky, his eyes are like really big, but they're like ooh, like he's bouncing all over the place. Drall, other than some of these little jobs, what have you been doing for this past weekish?
For the past week, Drall has been doubling up, tripling up on small jobs. She's doing things in the city just to up her rating and start to kind of square away money for Elijah and Sam. And she's also working overtime so that she can bring lunches to Paperboy. And during this time, she has taken it upon herself to teach Elijah a thing or two about how to use his glow. Elijah.
What?
Grab your glow, come here.
Okay.
And she's going to pull them over into this little alcove at the cafeteria area of the town square here in Solace. Hey, I got something you can't tell your mom about. Oh, come on.
Is this like a cool thing, or
it's a fun thing. Just
okay.
tell me you're not going to tell her.
Okay, well, like Mox, that guy Mox was like really kind of mean about me doing the right thing with my mom.
Okay,
and, like,
Mox
being cool.
Mox is going to totally approve of this, by the way.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, it's kind of his thing.
Oh.
Don't tell him I told you that.
So he's okay. All right, okay.
So do you want to know the thing, or do you not want to know the thing?
I do.
Okay, so tell me you're not going to tell your mom.
Okay. I won't.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you see on your glow, and she's going to put her knees up and to where you can see both glows side by side. Mm-hmm. Okay, you see this little thing in the corner? Okay, go here. Mm-hmm. Okay, you see that? You see how it says it's locked right there? Okay, do this. Up, down, B, A. Start.
Okay.
Left, right, left, like B, A, start.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, cool. You see how it went all green? The whole screen all green?
Yeah.
You just jumped through your first firewall. You want to see what's cool when you don't have a firewall in your glow?
Yeah.
Okay, now go to your browser.
Okay, this one.
Right there.
This one.
Yeah. It's a little circle. It's a little spinning circle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now watch what I'm going to type in. Okay.
Okay.
8008 1 3 5. Okay. Now press enter.
Enter.
You see?
Oh!
And
Jeez, Ted, for God's sakes!
Oh! Okay.
Proper age to start typing boobies into a calculator.
Okay.
And if it isn't, then fuck.
Okay. So now what I've told you. Okay, close it. Stop looking at it.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Look at me. Okay. So what you've just done is you've jumped through a firewall to watch porn. Okay, porn. People are going to tell you it's bad. Okay, people are going to tell you it's bad. You're a growing boy. Okay, you're going to hear about it at school anyway. And I'm just
we
trying
did.
to tell
We
you.
do this all the time. Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Anyway, that's a school system thing. So now you know how to get to it safely. Okay.
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 Can I?
I'm not gonna tell mom. Now let me tell you. Now let me show you how to get all the banned books.
Ooh.
She's going to show him how to get the banned book. She's going to show him how to pirate music. She's going to show him how to properly research. And she's also going to show him what scams look like.
Ooh, very important. Very important.
Media literacy too, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely as well. Very integral to the system. They're not going to teach you that in school. So I just want you to know it ahead of time before you get screwed. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
You're my favorite. You're my favorite.
Anything, if you have any questions, listen, even if it's like super weird and you're like, this is kind of embarrassing, feel free to come to me and I'll fix it. If you get a virus, I'll fix it. I know it. I've got tons of them. I watch a lot of actual television. Yeah. So it's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Go do whatever kids do.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Goodbye. Aside from that, on some of these lunch runs with Paperboy, so you have been all over Solace. You are very familiar with all the ins and outs. Paperboy's office is in one of the upper levels of the city. There are a series of like offices and open plan workspaces up here. And you've been up here before, like for some like delivery jobs, but you never like hung out up here, right? He is very uncomfortable in this space. He is normally working in like little cafes. Like remember the place you've met him multiple times where he's just like kind of holed up in that little favorite cafe spot in the back corner. Now he is working in a social environment with people asking him questions. Some of the times you have come up to bring him lunch or sit down with him for a little bit. Like you've been interrupted a handful of times with people like asking him about some resource allocation or the deployment of agents and fact finders in the field. Or asking him to review some code. A couple times he had to cut lunch short because he had an emergency conference call. Not strangely, like he's adjusting to it, but still being like kind of uncomfortable. But like you're seeing him just over a few days, like you're seeing him like kind of adapt. However, your spidey sense is tingling as you've been up here. You're putting some dots together as you've been observing some of the things he's doing. And some of the things other people are doing. Because as you walk by other people's desks and offices, you hear some stuff. You've put some thoughts together. And it strikes you that a lot of what's going on seems to be almost like an intelligence agency. And that's a very new, interesting dynamic for Solace that you're not really familiar with.
As Drall, over the course of this week, begins to put these things together, she doesn't ask Paperboy about it. Mm-hmm. But at her next earliest convenience, we'll ask her friends about it. today, when she's with Paperboy, she's going to lean forward, hand him his half of this Frankenstein sandwich that he loves so freaking much, and she's kind of been doing it to death a little this week.
Very much a food hyper focus right now.
Yes, very much so. She's going to lean forward. What's wrong?
What do you mean? What do you mean? And he like pulls back from me. What do you mean? What do you mean?
And she is going to crawl on the table more. You smell like something's wrong.
What? One, you shouldn't be on the table. I have important things on the table. It's a screen.
Sorry.
It might break.
Sorry about that.
Two, this is a new shirt. I just got it. I took a shower this morning. I think I'm okay. I'm sorry if I'm not. Am I bothering you? Like, is this...
No.
I don't know what's going on. I'm really confused.
She's going to lean back and she's just going to cross her arms. Not good, by the way. She's going to lean back and cross her arms. I was just checking in. You've been doing this for a while. And she looks around and it's different. So I was just... And you seem a little different. Not like that different. I was just wondering if you're okay, you know? Just trying to make it funny, but... Sorry.
I mean... He takes a bite of the sandwich. Okay, like... Okay, all the work I was doing before, right? It was just me. And I would do jobs for these people, and Ferdy would ask me to do things or tell me to do things. But it was always still me doing stuff, and I could like do my own jobs, and I did a lot of side jobs, and I still did all the stuff I needed to do, and I picked up the slack for other people, but it was just me on my own. Like all those times we ran into each other, it was just me working, right? But now, like, I'm like that dude over there, I'm telling him what to do. He doesn't do anything unless I tell him like what to do. And then if I don't tell him to do and then it doesn't get done, like it doesn't get done. And I have to like make him do the things. Like he's a nice guy. I really like him, but if I don't and then he doesn't and then I can't say that I got it done, it's weird. Like
You're in charge of other people. You're important.
I mean, I didn't want to be, though. I like being on the sidelines. I like being tangential. I like just being a support. And, like, I got called in. Like, the whole thing with the guy in the rocks and the power, like, I got called in.
Well,
and that was fine. But then I could leave. I could call out. But now I'm in all the time.
Yeah, you are working a lot. But... And she's gonna put her braid over her shoulder and kind of pet it a little bit. But do you like the work? Is the work you're doing what you think you should be doing? Is it good work?
It's really cool.
Well, if it's really cool, then I think you're doing a good job. Just be careful. This place is a lot.
And there's that whole other place. Like, I mean, not what? I'm trying. Yes.
You're doing great.
What?
And she's just gonna lean and look you right in the eyes. I think you're doing great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I do want to see you outside of this place sometime, if I can.
I mean, I am super busy, but yeah.
You could help me correct a 10-year-old. I taught him how to jump a firewall. It's pretty cool. She thought it was.
I feel like I need more context for that statement because that. I don't think that was a context I was hoping for because that sounds worse.
You sound just like Bee's gonna sound.
And I think that conversation can continue a little bit, but we are going to go over to Mox. What have you and Dog been doing at home? What have you been getting into?
Honestly, I think that most of Mox's energy has been in tending to Dog and keep making the house and the place that, or the apartment, not devolve too much. So it's kind of actually just functioning on the lower hierarchy of needs and just taking care of those base things a lot. Doesn't really have a project that he's working on at this exact instant.
Okay. Dog, how have you been for this past week?
Drunk, drinking, calories right here.
Okay.
How you been?
Wow, Dog is drunk enough that he's engaging the DM in conversation, and so
Dog's pulling a Deadpool in the fourth wall.
Mox was just like cleaning, like emptying the ashtray, and Dog just goes, "How you doing?" "Fine. How are you?"
Good. You're here. I'm happy. I'm happy you're here. What can I do for you?
I think that no, I think I'm actually doing all right. What are the odds that Galen's family would show up really, really close to that? That's rough timing.
Yeah. How did I track him out here? What the hell? What the?
You know what? That's probably too deep a conversation for the waters that you're in right now. So you know what? How about something more surface level? Can I get you some water or like some food?
You just love the water, buddy. Yeah.
Every now and then. I mean, it's nice to have clean water around.
Give me the old Otter and Palmer. Water and beer.
Yep, that's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Who can I get? Yeah.
You know what? That's a step in the right direction.
Are you? Question. I am enlightened right now. Are you doing chores to hide your feelings about what happened? Is taking care of me your coping mechanism for everything? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yes, that's probably it. Yeah, that's probably true.
You want me to let you keep doing it, or you want to like talk about it? You want to switch roles here? I'll take care of you. Give me the broom.
So, when you're ready to do that, I'll absolutely take you up on that. But you take as long as you need in this phase, and then it'll be my time. Here's your honor, Palmer.
Thank you.
Dog, while this is happening, your glow rings.
Oh.
And you
upside down, babe. Go ahead, upside down. Hey.
You notice as you turn the phone over, the screen is lit up with a large holographic display of the incoming call.
Oh.
And as far as you can remember, it's a little hazy right now, but as far as you can remember, your glow didn't do that before. But there is a large holographic incoming call in a like rainbow color, like that, like the shades of like pink and scarlet in rainbow are like rolling across the incoming call, and then there's a big pair of like scarlet red lips blowing you a kiss. And as it blows the kiss, you see the name Janice on the caller ID.
Did you put something in this Arnold Palmer?
I did go a little heavy on the water, I will admit.
Janice. Oh, Janice. Oh, mind if I take this?
Oh, you all right to talk and drink?
Boop.
Well, happening anyway.
Do you want to speak? I'll put on speaker. You want to hear it?
Unless it's
no
private,
secrets.
fine. No, it's
hey!
fine.
How
You
doing?
You answer the call.
Yeah.
It is, again, a fully realized holographic display. You're really sure right now your glow didn't do that. But hovering above your phone is the head and shoulders of Janice Turman, who maybe you remember from the Dust Jockey facility.
Mm-hmm.
And Janice looks beat to hell.
Uh-oh.
There's a couple bruises on her face. Her lips are swollen. A lot of the cyber tech that was on and around her person seems to be smashed and broken. And seems to be kind of laboring for breath.
Hey!
I didn't know who else to call. I'm sorry.
Immediately start recording on my on my watcher.
They took Mercury. I think we might need some help.
You mind if I step in here, babe? Is that all right? Just for a second. Not that you're not doing great. Who took Mercury? Sorry. Hi, Mox here.
Yeah. We don't know.
Where are you now?
And she coughs up a little blood. And it's a lot more blood. We were on the road to the black site. And when you called, no, the place the place with the thing, the people, we were coming to help you and Galen. I don't know what happened, but he's gone.
Can you send us your location?
Maybe.
Well then, fucking get to it. Sorry.
No. Eat.
And the call drops.
No.
Is it funny? No, how should not know how to send her location?
How does she not know? I was gonna offer to help, but she hung up.
But that is where we are gonna end episode 1. Thank you all in the chat. Thank you, future audiences on the YouTubes and the podcasts. Wow, what a roller coaster episode. Before I even go into my closing spiel, wow, y'all really brought it. What an amazing show. Everyone in the chat, hands with the plotting and the clapping and the love. Give it up for this fantastic cast, just bringing it 100% to this performance. It is time for us to say so long, though. Let us hear from our lovely cast about who they are, where you can find them on the internets, and what they happen to be doing, starting with Mallo.
Hello, thank you again for joining us tonight. You can find me everywhere at the Mallo Man. I talk a ton about all of the things that we're doing here on the channel, as well as some personal work and stuff like that. So check me out there. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
And Wild.
If you're up in the PNW area, you can always check out a lot of the local art and public art. And remember to support our art museums. Yeah, they do cool things there. I just helped an artist throw beetroot juice at a wall for a gallery opening and make eyeballs. So, check it out.
Did the artist favor a mustard yellow short sleeve dress shirt?
No.
And big glasses?
No, but that is adorable. No, it was, I opened 2 flats of pickled beets for this art project, and while sore, I'm still very proud. Anyways, I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm happy we're back. I missed y'all. Yeah. Love you, bye.
Pete.
Howdy. Thank you all for being here tonight. You can find me and all the cool things I'm doing at Thousand Faces Cosplay. Also at the Mallo Man and the Caleb G. I have a lot of handles. I'm everywhere like an STD, but hopefully more pleasant.
Don't say that when you first link our info.
You can find me at the Caleb G, the Mallo Man, and Thousand Faces Cosplay. I'm like an STD, but more fun.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Go check that out. And also, I've been listening to the Neon Trails Bandcamp that Mallo put out during this whole thing. It's great. There's some bangers on there. Some really fun stuff. Listen to it.
All of them are bangers. Thank you.
Yeah, spend the $7. It's worth it. That's it.
And Lauren.
Hello. I don't know what timeline this is, what planet I'm on, or what I'm feeling. But if you'd like to tune in anyway, I'm at 95% Lauren, as well as Thousand Faces Play. And I mostly just like to hang out with my friends on the internet, shake some ass, and wear some costumes. So if you like any of that, I'm your girl. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe get a burger or something instead. Bye.
And Ethan.
I'm the other half of Thousand Faces Cosplay. You can also find us on TikTok, where I'm the buff DM. I do a lot of talking about TTRPGs way too much. We also, Lauren and I also play additional games, and you can listen to those on the Go Buff Yourself podcast. And this Monday on our Twitch, Thousand Faces TTRPG, and eventually on the podcast, we are going to start a 4-session mini campaign of the Mothership system, which is alien horror. They are so likely to die, I had them all make 2 characters in session 0.
He had me make all the individual pieces of the overlay instead of the overlay this time, so he could go in and just rewrite it all in one shot.
And speaking of which, you should definitely check out Mallo's incredible services for making your streams look beautiful. It has been such an improvement on our Twitch stream. Thank you for all of your talents.
Makes it so pretty. It makes it nice to look at, so you're not doing too much or too little, because he knows what's just right, like a little Goldilocks on the internet.
What she said.
Yeah.
And I am on your socials at the Caleb G. You can also find me right here for all things Identico, here and there with Farm to Fable, and taking up a lot of space in the archives of the RPG Academy. Speaking of which, badges for Acadecon 2024 are available right now over on tabletop.events. The con is happening November 8th to 10th in Dayton, Ohio. The full 3-day badge is only $50, and that gives you access to pretty much everything. All games and events are included at no extra charge. We've got karaoke, trivia, panels, a massive free board game library, play-to-win games, probably the most raffle prizes we've ever had in 12 years of doing this local con, vendors, and a whole lot more. Swing over, grab a badge, come see us in November. As I said at the start of the show, please check your voter registration. Make sure you make time to vote. Maybe get a mail-in ballot or check with your county about voting early. Please familiarize yourself with local issues and candidates at every level on your ballot. Nothing is too trivial or unimportant right now. Every vote counts now more than ever. And hey, maybe lying, hypocritical, racist, fascist, religious nationalist, fearmongers backing a convicted felon who say things like a day one dictatorship, we really need one violent day, and you'll never have to vote again, don't deserve your vote. But that is it for today.
Man.
Woo! We'll see you in the cyber future for another cyber game. Good night. We love you. Take your meds, eat a snack, drink your water, touch some grass, take care of yourself, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Mwah.
Neon Trails is Lauren playing Drall, Pete playing Dog, Ethan playing Mox, Wild playing B, me, Mallo, playing Samantha, and the Caleb G is our game runner. You can learn more about the game we play on this podcast by going to www.playidentico.com. And you can join us live for new episodes every other Tuesday starting at 6 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/Identico. And finally, you can watch along with past episodes and see how to play videos on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Identico. And don't forget to follow us on the socials at Identico on Twitter and at Humanoid Games on Instagram and Threads. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.